Hi, welcome back to Flex Yoga. My name is Daphna. It's good to have you back. Today we are going to be getting into a full 60-minute class. We are going to be focusing on kind of getting our shoulders prepared and strong enough to play around with a headstand. If possible, if you have a block by you, available to you, then grab a block because we'll be doing some stuff, some kind of drills throughout the class to get the shoulders really nice and warm and strong. If you don't have a block, you could use like a nice big thick book. We want the weight more so than the size of the block or like the width of the block or whatever. So just grab something that is sturdy, thick, and weighs at least like a pound. You could technically use a weight if you have like a small dumbbell or something, but grab something and you could pause the video now to do that, and I'll meet you back on the mat whenever you're ready. So we are gonna go ahead and get started, and we'll get started in just a comfortable seat. You can go ahead and find a cross-legged seat. I'm sitting in half lotus. You can come into just a regular kind of sukhasana or easy seat, or however you feel most comfortable sitting. Palms of the hands are going to come to the knees, and just allow yourself to close the eyes gently. Let's start with a big breath in from the nose and a big sigh out through the mouth. A big breath in from the nose. And an exhale, let it out. And again, big breath in. Big breath out. Seal the lips, breathe in and out through the nose. Allow the forehead to soften. Allow the eyes to become relaxed. Allow the cheeks to let go of whatever they're holding on to. The tongue to kind of press up into the roof of the mouth. And the jaw to unhinge. Start to send a little bit more weight into the sits bones, feeling length in the crown of your head. And notice how the breath climbs up through the vertebra of the spine, up into the crown of the head with every inhale. Notice how the breath trickles down the spine through each vertebra all the way into the sits bones with every exhale. Continue to follow your breath here and set yourself up for a breath that you can use as a guide throughout your practice. And give yourself an opportunity here to set an intention for the class. I want to invite you to instill a sense of trust within yourself. As we embark on the journey of inversions and more kind of advanced postures, we have to instill a deep sense of trust in our ability to even go there. I like to use visualization. Try to really visualize yourself and see yourself practicing these postures. Try to visualize yourself in a headstand. Try to imagine what that would feel like. Try to imagine what muscles you would think that you would have to start to turn on and activate. Try to really feel it and see it within every fiber and cell in your being, and allow that to be a nice reminder throughout the class. Let go of whatever fear you have attached to it, even if it's just for a moment, and try to reassure yourself that you are absolutely capable and absolutely strong enough to do whatever it is that you are seeking to achieve in your practice. Slowly with your next inhale, collect the palms of your hands together at heart center in prayer or in Anjali Mudra. Take an inhale, reach the arms all the way up overhead. Exhale, interlace the fingers and turn the palms up towards the ceiling. Inhale to slightly tilt your chest up, keep the eyes closed for now. And as you exhale, round the spine, push the palms of your hands in front of you and pull your chin into your chest. Inhale, pull the chest forward, pull the palms up, tilt the chest upwards. Exhale, round into the spine, pull your chin into your chest, tuck your chin in, pull the navel in, push the palms forward. Good, 2 more times like that. Inhale, pull the palms up, tilt your chest up. And exhale, round the spine, push your palms forward, chin to chest. 1 more time, inhale, lift it all the way up. Exhale, around the spine, push your hands forward. With your next inhale, come up through center. Exhale, you can blink your eyes open here. Start to lower the right hand all the way down to the ground. Reach the left fingers over to the right side. Gaze underneath the left arm, breathe. If you're looking at me or at the video, it's okay if you're getting a little confused. It's probably because I'm now kind of like mirroring you, or rather, I'm not mirroring you. So just don't necessarily use me as a reference to which hand is down. Try to listen for the direction. And now with your inhale, reach the right hand all the way back up and lower the left hand as you reach the right fingers over to the left side. Try to spin your chest up towards the ceiling. Reach the right fingers a little bit further over to the left. 1 more breath in. Stay for the breath out. And inhale, reach both hands up overhead. Exhale, twist to the left. Right hand will come to the left knee. Left fingertips behind you. Look over the left shoulder. Sit up tall. Take a breath in through the very crown. And exhale, twist from the ribs. Try to really pull the rib cage into the midline. Inhale, reach both hands all the way up. Exhale, twist to the other side. Right hand behind you. Left hand to right knee. Look over the right shoulder. Deep breath in from the crown of the head. Exhale to twist a little bit deeper. Breath in from the crown. Exhale to twist a little deeper. Inhale, reach both hands up. And exhale, we will meet in a tabletop position. So slowly bring the palms of your hands down to the ground. The knees will rest underneath the hips. So we'll start with some regular kind of cat-cows here. With your inhale, drop the belly, lift the tail, lift the gaze. And as you exhale, round the spine, chin into chest, tailbone under. So we already kind of started with a few spinal movements, but I just want to kind of get into spinal movements in this position so that we can get familiar with the movement of the spine as we are in this sort of like tabletop or with our hands and the knees on the ground. With your inhale, drop belly, lift tail, lift gaze. And with your exhale, round your spine, push the ground away, really tuck your chin into your chest. 1 more time with your inhale, drop belly, lift tail, lift gaze. Exhale, round spine, push ground away. Good. With your next inhale, come into a neutral spine, starting to warm up into the shoulders. I want you to keep the spine completely neutral and try to isolate the movement to the shoulders alone. So with your inhale, start to allow the shoulder blades to kind of kiss, almost like you want them to touch. And with your exhale, you want to push the shoulder blades one away from the other. We are protracting and retracting the shoulders. So with your inhale, you want to retract to the chest kind of dips and you allow the shoulder blades to kiss. As you exhale, you protract as you allow the shoulder blades to move away from one another, almost like you want to create the shape of a U between your arms. Let's do that 3 more times. Inhale. Shoulders kiss, or shoulder blades kiss rather. Exhale, shoulder blades push apart from one another. Another 2, inhale, shoulder blades kiss. Exhale, shoulder blades move apart. 1 last time, inhale, shoulder blades kiss. And exhale, shoulder blades move apart. With your next inhale, puppy dog pose, extend the arms forward. Start to keep the hips over the knees. Start to melt your forehead your chin or your chest to the ground. Since this is the first time that we're in a deeper shoulder opener at this point or in this class, I want you to just go as deep and as far as is available to you. Try to find out where that is. It might be a little intense for you to rest your chest on the ground right now. So I really, really recommend that you take it easy here. We're going to be working a lot into the shoulders today, so don't try to overdo it. Take one more breath in right here. Stay for the exhale. Beautiful. Now with your inhale, slowly shift forward, setting up for a Sphinx pose. We'll bring the feet close together. I want the heels touching. Keep the legs active here. With your inhale, start to imagine that you are dragging your elbows back. So it's almost like you want to drag the whole entire body forward. Pull the elbows back, puff your chest up, look up towards the ceiling and breathe here for 3. Feel the upper back open. Another 2. Hug the navel to the spine. Keep the inner thighs hugging together. Take another breath in right here. Exhale, round the spine, press yourself back into a child's pose. So the knees are going to stay together. The hips will soften towards the heels and allow the arms to reach back towards the feet so that the shoulder blades can splay and you can rest heavily over the knees. At this point, you might feel a nice stretch in the lower back. It might even feel a little bit tight because we have yet to really start to warm up for the body. Breathe into whatever feels tight and give yourself the opportunity to just hang here for a sec. Take one more breath in. Stay for the exhale. Really, really nice. With your next inhale, reach your hands forward and exhale, shift up into a tabletop position once again. Since the knees came together for that child's pose, just walk them back apart. Our knees are at hips distance, and let's take a big breath in right here. As you exhale, extend the right leg back behind you. Foot is in the air, foot is flexed. Take a deep breath in. Hug the navel to the spine and reach the left fingers all the way up and forward. And we'll hold here for that stability. Breathe for 3. Hug the navel to the spine. Think of that movement that we did with our shoulders as we were pushing them away from one another. Try to create that same sensation in the right shoulder as you push the right hand into the ground. Feel that right glute activate. Keep the reach in opposite directions of either limb of that left hand and the right foot. We'll take one more breath in right here. As you exhale, round and curl. So bring the left elbow to the left hip, the right knee to the right elbow. With your inhale, re-extend. That's going to really activate into the core a little bit more so than opposite knee to elbow. Exhale, right knee to right elbow, left elbow to left hip. Slow down the movement as much as you can. Inhale, extend opposite ends. And final time, elbow to knee, each limb to its own side. With your inhale, re-extend. With your exhale, that left hand will come down. Now, open that left foot over to the left. We're coming into a low side plank or kind of an assisted side plank. The right foot stays in the air, left knee stays on the ground. Inhale, extend the right arm all the way up to the ceiling. Try to look up to the right thumb. I want you to get very stable here in that left shoulder. And we're just starting to warm it up, right? So we don't want to do too much here. We will revisit a regular side plank later on in class. Let's take another inhale. Try to lift the right foot a little bit higher here. And slowly as you exhale, that right hand will come down, left knee will close off, right knee will meet the left on the ground. One cat-cow to kind of neutralize. Inhale, drop belly, lift tail, lift gaze. Exhale, spine rounds, hug navel to spine, push the ground away, chin to chest. Inhale, neutral spine. Exhale, extend the left leg behind you, foot is flexed, foot is lifted. One more breath here, hug navel to spine. Exhale, reach right hand forward. Again, find stability, find stillness. Try to recreate the sensation in the left shoulder as you push into the palm of the left hand. Feel the shoulder blades sort of slide and glide down the left arm almost. So you want to feel almost like you're creating like half of a U shape in that left arm. Continue to reach in either direction with the right hand and the left foot. You'll take a breath in. Exhale, right elbow to right hip, left knee to left elbow. Round the spine. 2 more times. Inhale, extend in opposite directions. As you exhale, elbow hugs and knee hugs and tap. Inhale, reach. Elbow, knee, tap. Good, to their own side. With your next inhale, reach the right hand out. Set the palm of the right hand down. You'll spin the right foot over to the right, assisted side plank. Reach the left hand all the way up to the ceiling. Try to look up to the left thumb. Lift that left leg a centimeter higher. Squeeze into the glutes. Push down with the palm of that right hand. Still working into the stability of the shoulders. Try to breathe here as you lift the left foot a centimeter higher. Good, breath in. Exhale, lower left hand, spin right foot to neutral, lower left knee. Again, rinse and repeat. Inhale, drop belly, lift tail, lift gaze. Exhale, cat pose, round spine, push the ground away, tuck your chin in. Stunning. Keep that sort of cat-like spine, that rounded spine. Just release the gaze between the thumbs. Tuck all 10 toes under. Let's breathe in here. Exhale, float the knees a centimeter off the mat and just hold right here where you are. So the reason that we kept that rounded spine is because I want to keep the protraction of the shoulders. This is something that we are going to be revisiting quite often in our journey to our headstand. We want the shoulders to be actively getting used to pushing gravity away, all right? Or pushing the ground away, or trying to defeat gravity, so to say. Let's take one more breath in. As you exhale, hips up and back, downward facing dog, and just hang out here for a second. Inhale, exhale, start to pedal out through the legs. Good. Start to feel that opening in your spine, that opening in the shoulders. So good. Really good. Alrighty, we'll take a breath in right here. I want you to ripple forward into your high plank. Shift your shoulders over your hips, or shoulders over your wrists, excuse me. If you need to readjust your feet, go ahead and do so. Inhale right here where you are. Exhale back into that downward facing dog. Try to keep your feet where they are. Try to not readjust every time you're going to be shifting back into your down dog. So with your inhale, ripple your spine forward into that high plank. Hug the navel in. Replicate that sensation of protracting the shoulders. Push the ground away. Inhale. Exhale, hips up and back, downward facing dog. And again, one final time. Inhale, shift the weight forward into your high plank. Push, push, push the ground away. Another breath in. As you exhale, slow motion, lower yourself all the way down to your belly. Untuck the toes, the feet will come together. Good. This time into your cobra pose as opposed to your sphinx. Heels together, feet together. Squeeze the tush, forehead to the ground. Let's take a breath in right here. With your exhale, allow the movement to come from the crown of your head as you start to kind of slither the crown of the head up and back. Try to create that same sensation of pulling back with the palms of your hands that you did with your elbows in your sphinx pose. Breathe here. We're in a baby cobra. I want you to use the strength in your spine, the strength in your legs for 3. With every exhale, maybe you can lift a little higher through the reach of the crown of the head. One more breath in. Exhale, forehead to the ground once again. Stunning. The feet will stay together, the heels will stay together. If you're feeling an intense pressure on the lower back, you can always bring your feet to hips distance or mat distance. I really like to encourage the feet to be together. The reason that I like to encourage that is because it allows you to be more active in the body. Whereas keeping the feet wide will usually create more room in the lower back and will encourage you to come up higher. And I'm not looking for height here in your cobra. I'm looking for you to stay active and to actually use the muscles that support the back bend. So do whatever feels better for you. Again, if you have any kind of like limitations in the lower back, do what feels good. If you don't, then I encourage you to use the closed legs, the active body. Interlace your fingers here behind the back. We're going to keep the feet on the ground. Take a breath in. Exhale, punch the fists back, lift head, chest off the ground. Breathe for 3. Try to lift the fists off the glutes for 2. Try to press the palms of your hands together. Breath in. Exhale, slowly come all the way back down. Palms of the hands will rest underneath the shoulders. Tuck all 10 toes under. Inhale. You can exhale to use your knees or press yourself up into that high plank and back into that downward facing dog. Really, really good. Let's take a deep breath in right here. And exhale, bend your knees. Step both feet to the top of the mat. Try to keep the feet close to one another. Inhale, hands can come to your shins or stay on the ground, half lift, find length in the spine. Exhale, bend as much as you need to in your knees to bring your belly to your thighs as you fold yourself forward. Inhale, a long spine, come all the way up to standing, reach your hands up high. Exhale, hands will collect at your heart center and release to the sides of the waist. Inhale, reach your hands up high, look up. Exhale, fold yourself forward over your legs. Step the left foot all the way back here. Inhale, easy twist. Right hand will reach up to the ceiling. Stay for the exhale. Try to squeeze the right knee to the chest without using your hand. Another inhale right here. Exhale, side plank. Come to the outer edge of the left foot. Step the right foot back to either stagger in front of or stack atop that left foot. See if you can keep your gaze up at that right thumb. Breathe here for 3. Hug navel to spine, cinch left waist. 2. Reach up higher, take one more breath in. Exhale, that right hand will come down. You can lower the knees as you lower down for Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Roll over the tops of your feet as you send it back into your downward facing dog. Beautiful. Take a breath in here. Stay for the exhale. Another breath in. And another breath out. Inhale, come onto your toes. Exhale, bend your knees. Step each foot up to the top of the mat. Exhale, forward fold. With your inhale, half lift. Hands can come to your shins or stay on the ground. Look forward, long spine. Exhale, bend your knees as much as you need to bring your belly to your thighs. Relax your head in that forward fold. Inhale, long spine to come all the way up to standing. Reach up, look up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Release to Samasthiti, arms release to the sides of the waist. Inhale, reach up, stretch up, look up. Exhale, hinge, fold forward, stunning. With your next inhale, find yourself in a half lift. Hands can stay on the ground or on your shins. Step the right foot all the way back this time, setting up for easy twist. Right hand down, inhale, circle left hand all the way up. Look up to the left thumb. Allow your hips to settle into this low lunge and allow that left knee to hug into your chest without the use of any hands. Let's take another breath in right here. Exhale, drop to the outer edge of the right foot. Step left foot back to either stagger in front or stack atop the right foot. Try to look up to the left thumb if possible. Breathe here for 3. Cinch right side waist as you push down with that right hand for 2. Hug navel to spine. Try to reach up higher. Inhale. Exhale, lower the left hand, high plank. Hold, inhale. Exhale, chaturanga, however is available to you. Inhale, roll over the tops of your feet for up dog or cobra. Exhale, chin down into your chest, a downward facing dog. Send the hips up and back. So good, guys. Let's take a deep breath in right here. Shift your weight forward into your high plank. Lower the knees on the count of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Really good. Sit your hips back to your heels for a moment. Before we get into the really standing postures, grab the block that you have here or the book or whatever it is that you're using. We'll start off with some drills. I'm turning my back to the camera because I want you to be able to see what it is that I'm doing with my shoulders. So you can come into Virasana like this, try to make sure that the heels are right underneath the sits bones, and then you'll go ahead and grab your block. Hold it with the palms of your hands on the sides and right in front of the chest. We'll take a deep breath here. Exhale, reach the block up overhead. Good. While you have the block overhead, I want you to take an inhale. Exhale, shrug the shoulders up into the ears. Allow yourself to feel like you're pushing the block up into the ceiling. Inhale, allow the shoulders to release. Exhale, shrug the shoulders up into the ears, push the block into the ceiling. Good. Keep the arms as they are. We'll keep doing that. With your inhale, lower the shoulders. Exhale, shrug the shoulders up. Notice that there's no arch in your spine. Notice that you're not flaring the ribs. The spine is completely neutral. And we want to push, push, push the block as high up as we can. Let's do this 2 more times. Inhale, lower the shoulders. Exhale, push, 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 push. 1 more time. Inhale, lower the shoulders. Exhale, push, 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 push into the block. And then slowly release. Set the block aside at the front of the mat. We'll be using it from now on. In your own time, in your own way, make your way back into that downward facing dog. Send your hips up and back and allow yourself to stabilize. Inhale, reach your right leg up to the ceiling. Exhale, round into the spine. That right knee hugs into the nose. Squeeze the knee in really nice and snug. 2 more times. Inhale, reach the right leg all the way up to the ceiling. Exhale, round. Squeeze that knee into your nose. Push into the hands. Final time. Inhale, extend right leg up high. Exhale, squeeze knee to nose. Hold. Inhale, look between your thumbs. Exhale, step that right foot between the hands. Grab a hold of your block. Inhale, high crescent lunge. Reach it all the way up. Tuck the tailbone under. Really allow yourself to settle into the stretch at the top of that left thigh. Inhale, shrug the shoulders up. Push the block up to the ceiling. Exhale, lower the shoulders. 2 more times. Inhale, shrug the shoulders up. Exhale, lower the shoulders. And 1 more time. Inhale, shrug the shoulders up. Exhale, start to tilt your chest up to the ceiling. Open the heart up for 3. Notice that this is not coming from the lower back for 2. Really puff the chest up like you have a helium balloon attached. 1 more breath in. Exhale, zip up the ribs and pull the block to the space in front of you like you want to push it into the wall that's in front of you. Hold for 3. Hug navel to spine. Zip up through the rib cage. Pull in from either side of the chest. Inhale. Exhale. Release the block to the ground. Good. Open up into your warrior 2. I know we're getting really nice and warm. That's the point. Bear with me. Once we're done with this first sequence on either side, we'll get into some more drills and eventually into practicing our headstand. So reach the arms in opposite directions here. Let's take a breath in. Bend deeply into that right knee. Exhale, flip the right palm. Reach it back and over into your reverse warrior. So good. Let's take 1 more breath in. Exhale, windmill the hands down to frame that right foot, and we will send the right leg up and back for that 3-legged dog. Let's take an inhale right here. Exhale, slowly lower that right foot down along the left. Good. Let's take a big breath in right here. Exhale, shift your weight forward into your high plank and lower for that chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. Send it up and back. Beautiful. Let's go into the left side. Inhale, reach the left leg all the way up and back. Exhale, round and curl. That left knee will squeeze into the nose, push into the palms of the hands. Inhale, extend that left leg up and back. Really push into the palms. Exhale, round and curl that left knee into the nose. And final time, inhale, extend the left leg up and back. Exhale, round. Knee hugs into the nose, push into the palms. Look between the thumbs, step the foot between your hands. Grab that block. Inhale, high crescent with the block overhead. Tuck your tailbone under. Feel the stretch at the top of the right thigh. Inhale. Push the block up into the ceiling. Shrug the shoulders up. Exhale, release the shoulders down. Inhale, shrug the shoulders up. Exhale, release shoulders down. Inhale, shrug shoulders up. Exhale, tilt your chest to the ceiling. Reach the block back behind you. Allow the chest to stay open. Breathe for 3. Try not to move from the lower back, move from the upper back. 1 more breath in. Exhale, zip up the rib cage, hug the navel to spine, push the block to the wall that's in front of you. I know the arms are on fire. Hug and breathe here for 3. Bear with me, you got this. Another 2. Pull the navel in. Keep the arms along the ears. Inhale. Exhale, gently release that block. Good. Give your arms a break as you come into warrior 2. Reach the arms in opposite directions. Look over that left arm or left middle finger. Keep your chest nice and open for this. Let's take another breath in here. Exhale, reverse your warrior. Give yourself a nice big stretch here. Give yourself one more breath in. And exhale, windmill the hands down. Frame the left foot, sweep the left leg up and back for that 3-leg dog. Inhale, exhale, come down into that downward dog. Lower the left foot to meet the right. Inhale, shift forward into that high plank. Exhale, down into chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. So good. Beautiful. Inhale, ripple forward into that high plank. Exhale, lower knees on the count of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 as they rest at the exact same time. Good. Now for some of those drills. Good. So you'll come down onto the forearms. One of the main things that helps us come into our headstand is strong shoulders, right? So a way for us to build strength in our shoulders is to create these sort of like replications of what it is that we are trying to achieve in our headstand, which is stability in the shoulders, it's strength in the shoulders. So here you can use your block. I like to use it as a sort of like guide for the palms of the hands, but it really doesn't need to be used here. You can honestly just bring the hands together and like interlace the fingers. Okay, so I'm actually gonna do it without the block. If you wanna try it with the block, you're absolutely welcome to. The elbows rest just underneath the shoulders. And we're gonna start off with a very, very simple dolphin pose. So tuck all 10 toes under, inhale. Exhale, dolphin pose is just like downward facing dog. You wanna lift your knees and hips up high. Good. So imagine that you want to push into the forearms, press your sits bones up to the ceiling as high as possible, and you want to extend your legs so much that the heels will touch the ground. We'll just hold this dolphin pose for 5. Another 4. 3, try to hug the ribs into the midline. Another 2. And let's take another breath in. Stay for the exhale. Inhale, slowly lower the knees down to the ground. This time, open up the knees, keep the big toes together, lower hips to heels, keep your arms in front of you, rest your forehead down onto the ground for a moment in your child's pose. Breathe here for 3. Another 2. And let's take one more breath in. Really good. Come back onto those forearms and that's sort of like forearm tabletop. Okay. Now we will all let go of the block. Palms of the hands are coming together like in prayer pose. We're gonna do something that I have a very serious love-hate relationship with, and it's called shoulder push-ups or dolphin push-ups. And you'll see why I have a love-hate relationship with it. It's difficult. It builds a lot of strength and a lot of stability in the shoulders. I have been practicing this for many, many years. And I have to say that I think that one of the reasons why I have strong shoulders and why I'm able to come into many inversions is because I practice these religiously. So maybe I'm wrong, but let's see. Palms of the hands are together, the elbows are underneath your shoulders. Come back into that dolphin shape. So tuck toes under, inhale, exhale, hips up to the ceiling. Keep your gaze forward, as far forward as you can. We'll take a breath in, exhale, nose to thumbs, push back. So you know what, we're gonna use the breath a little differently. With your inhale, you're gonna come tap nose to thumbs, exhale to push yourself back. Let's do 10 of those. So inhale forward, nose to thumbs, exhale back into that dolphin, inhale forward, exhale back. Another 8. Inhale, exhale back. 7, push. 6, push. 5, push. 4, push. 3, push, 2, push, 1, push, and hold that dolphin pose for 3. Another 2. One more breath in. Stay for the exhale. And slowly bring yourself down. Untuck the toes. And this time, I want you to come into that extended puppy pose again. So if the block is in front of you, just set it over to the side. And keep the hips over the knees. Walk your hands forward. Melt your chest to the ground. You might notice that it might be easier for you to come into this puppy pose now. Good. I hope it is. Otherwise, find the depth that is most available to you right now. Forehead, chin, or chest. Take another breath in and another breath out. Beautiful. With your next inhale, shift forward for that Sphinx pose. Feet are together, heels are together if possible. Drag elbows back, chest lifts forward, and breathe for 3. Pull the heart up, pull the elbows back for 2. Keep the glutes active, keep the heels glued, 2. And take one more breath in. Stay for the exhale. Good. Inhale, chin in. Exhale. You're walking yourself back up into a tabletop. And let's push ourselves up and back into that downward facing dog. Readjust the body as needed. Let's take a breath in. Breath out. Inhale, reach your right leg all the way up to the ceiling. Exhale, cross it over to the left elbow this time. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. And then inhale, reach it up high. Exhale, right knee to right elbow. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. And inhale, reach it back up high. Exhale to left elbow. Squeeze it in. Inhale, back up. Exhale, right elbow. Squeeze it in. Inhale, back up. Exhale to left. Last time, squeeze it in. Inhale, reach it up. And last time to the right, squeeze it in. And set that right foot on outside of the right hand. Really, really nice job here. Beautiful. Let's take an inhale. Open up the chest as much as you can. Stay for the exhale. One more inhale. As you exhale, start to turn yourself over to the left for a wide-legged forward fold. Inhale for your half lift. Find a really long spine. Exhale, start to walk your hands as far back behind your feet as you possibly can. Encourage the crown of your head towards the earth here. If you are very flexible and your hamstrings are really open, walk your feet in a little bit closer. I want you to get comfortable with using the core as you pull the chest down towards your thighs. It's really gonna help with headstands as well. I know that that might sound completely irrelevant, but the ability to pull and to compress the upper body to the lower body and vice versa really aids in your ability to get upside down. With your next inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, find a nice deep bend in that left knee. Keep the sole of the right foot flat on the ground. We're not coming all the way down into Skandasana. I want you to maintain a lift here. We're really targeting the inner right thigh, specifically kind of like the inner psoas and the adductors. So really, really get in nice and deep here. Sole of the right foot is flat. Right hand will walk as close as it can to the left foot. Inhale, reach the left hand up to the ceiling and breathe here for 3. Another 2. Let's take another inhale. Exhale, lower the left hand all the way over to the top of the mat. Frame the right foot. Good. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, hug the right knee back into the chest. Let's take an inhale right here where we are. Exhale into a tree pose side plank, right foot and the inside of the left thigh. Reach your right hand high. Keep your gaze on the ground for this one. It's a little bit tougher. Breathe for 3. Another 2. and 1. Right hand will come down, lower the right knee to the ground, float the left foot off the mat, and reach your right hand back. Start to bend into the left knee, grab a hold of the left foot, balancing bow. Kick the left foot up to the ceiling. Try to keep your gaze up high. Breathe here. Push down with the left hand, left palm pushes into the ground. Let's take another inhale. Exhale, gently unravel into a crunch. Squeeze the elbow into the left elbow, or the right elbow into the right hip, left knee into the left elbow, excuse me. Inhale, re-extend. Exhale, lower right forearm, lower left forearm. This one's gonna be a little tricky. We're coming into a 3-legged dolphin. So the forearms are flat on the ground. Think of creating the number 11 between your arms. Tuck the right toes under. Keep the left leg lifted here. Bear with me. Inhale. Exhale, lift the right knee off the ground. Hold into that 3-legged dolphin for 3. Beautiful, you got this. We're coming into a child's pose as soon as we get out of this for 2. Really try to work the elbows into the ground. Try to work the left foot as high up into the ceiling as you can. 1 more breath in. Exhale, lower the left foot to meet the right. Lower both knees down. Embryo pose. Knees are together. Heels are together. Reach your hands back. Shoulders splay. Forehead on mat. Breath in from the nose. Breath out from the nose. Try to keep the breath within the body. Breath in from the nose. Breath out from the nose. So good. Really nice. Once again, breath in from the nose. Breath out from the nose. Beautiful. Reach your hands forward. Down dog. Take a breath in right here. Stay for the exhale. Left leg rises. Inhale to the ceiling with that left foot. Exhale, cross body, left knee to right elbow. Squeeze. Inhale, extend leg up. Exhale to the left elbow, squeeze. 2 more for each. Inhale, reach it up high. Exhale to right elbow, squeeze. Inhale, reach it up high. Exhale, left elbow, squeeze. Inhale, reach it up high. Exhale, right elbow, squeeze. Inhale, reach it up high. Exhale, left elbow, hold, breathe for 3, 2, 1. Step the left foot outside of the left hand, dip the hips here, open through the chest. Feel the opening at the top of the right thigh. Let's hold here for 1 more inhale. Exhale, open yourself over to a wide-legged forward fold. Good. Take an inhale right here, hands will come to the waist. Exhale, come all the way up to standing. Turn the toes out and the heels in. Working your way into a goddess pose. Hands will reach up overhead. Inhale. Exhale, cactus the arms, bend deeply into the knees. Inhale, extend it up to standing, reach up high. Exhale, sit low, elbows bend. Inhale, reach it up high. Exhale, sit low, elbows bend. 2 more, inhale. Exhale. Final time, inhale, extend the arms up, extend the legs. Exhale, bend, hold here for 3. Sit lower for 2. Breathe into the chest, inhale. Exhale, stand up, hands to your waist. Good, turn your toes slightly in. Inhale, extend the arms out to the sides. Exhale, interlace your fingers behind the back. Pull the fist down, elevate the chest. Inhale. Exhale, hinge, fold forward. Reach the arms overhead. Breathe here for 3. Good, feel that really beautiful stretch in the shoulders. See if you can keep the palms of your hands together here. Encourage the pinky side of your hands to come even closer. See if you can feel that stretch all the way into the triceps. Good. Take 1 more breath in. Stay for the exhale. Good. Bring your hands to the lower back first as you inhale. Exhale, lower the hands down to the shoulders. Keep a deep, or start to create a deep bend in that right knee so that you can really get into the inner left thigh. Breathe here. Good. Walk your left hand as far over to the right as you can. Inhale, reach the right palm up to the ceiling and breathe. Long spine for 3. Try to look up to the right thumb. Breathe here for 2. So good, you guys, you got this. Let's take one more breath in right here. Exhale, lower the right hand, walk it all the way up to the front of the mat, meeting the left foot, frame that left foot, inhale. Exhale, left knee will hug into the chest, squeeze it nice and snug. Drop to the outer edge of the right foot into that tree pose side plank. Left hand will reach all the way up to the ceiling. You can keep the gaze grounded here, but don't lose sight of the push into the right hand, the cinch into the right waist, the squeeze of the left foot into the right thigh. Another inhale. Exhale, lower the left hand first, and then lower the left knee. Float the right foot, float the left hand. Inhale. Exhale, bend the right knee, grab the right foot with the left hand from behind you. Balancing bow, inhale. Exhale, kick the foot up into the hand. Try to keep your gaze up towards the ceiling and breathe for 3. Push into the right hand for 2. If you lose balance, it's all good, like I just did. We all lose our balance sometimes. Let's take one more breath in and exhale. Unravel into a crunch. Right knee to right elbow to left hip. Inhale, re-extend both ends. Exhale, lower the left elbow, lower the right elbow. Last fun, spicy transition. Tuck the left toes under, right leg stays lifted into 3-legged dolphin. Inhale here. Exhale, lift the left knee, point the right toes as high up as you can to the ceiling, hold for 3. Push into the forearms, really allow yourself to feel the shoulder blades and elevate into the ears. One more breath in, really reach high. Exhale, dolphin pose, the right foot meets the left. Lower the knees. Untuck the toes, hips to heels, knees are together. Reach your hands back, forehead to the ground. Pause here for 3 breaths. Another 2. Really good. Let's take one more breath in right here. Beautiful. Reach your hands forward and you will bring the forearms down to the ground. So for the part we've been waiting for all class, to practice your actual headstand, I'm going to turn myself to face the camera first. If you've practiced your headstand before or you have been taught a headstand before, you have likely been taught to measure the distance between the arms. And this is important because the kind of bread and butter of inversions is stacking. So I want your elbows to be directly underneath your shoulders. In order to have that, you need to literally grab the opposite arm. So literally grab the opposite elbow, and then you will unravel to interlace your hands, or your fingers rather. I like to keep my thumbs pointing up to the ceiling, and I like to keep the outer edges, the knife edges of my hands on the ground. So what you will end up doing is cradling the very back of your head. From here, you have that whole situation going on with your arms. You're gonna tuck your chin into your chest, and the very crown of the head is what's gonna come to the ground. So you're literally cradling the back part of your head, and the part that was very soft when you were a baby is the part that is resting on the ground. Tuck all 10 toes under and lift the knees off the ground. Start to walk your feet in. This is where you can stay. I highly recommend staying here. If you're still uncomfortable getting up into a headstand, pull the shoulders away from the ears here and push into the ground. So really get familiar with encouraging the elbows to push into the ground here. And let's just take it one step at a time. So breathe here for 3. Another 2. And another inhale. Exhale, lower the knees, lower the hips to your heels. reach your hands overhead, hold the arms overhead for 3, 2, 1. Release the arms down. Good. You'll notice that I'm not instructing you to be next to a wall. There's a reason for that. I want you to get comfortable, to get familiar with holding yourself up. So even if that means that you're not coming up into a headstand with the wall, or without the wall rather, that's totally fine. It's also cool if you're practicing with the wall every now and again, but I don't want that to be the primary headstand practice in your practice. So this is a lot more beneficial for your headstand practice to actually build the strength here. We'll come back down into that same place, grab opposite elbows, interlace your fingers here, thumbs point up, knife edge of your hands is on the ground. Cradle the back of your head, so tuck your chin to your chest, allow the very crown of your head to come onto the ground. Tuck 10 toes under, lift knees. Walk your feet in. Good. Now hug the right knee in, squeeze the right heel into the right glute. Hug your knee into your chest. Don't lift the knee up towards the ceiling. Hug the right knee into your chest like you're holding a piece of paper between your chest and your knee. Squeeze the right heel to the glute. Hold for 3, for 2, for 1. Keep yourself lifted here. Right foot comes down. Left knee will squeeze into the chest. Hold for 3. Don't lift that left knee up to the ceiling. Squeeze the left knee into your chest like you're holding a piece of paper. Squeeze the left heel into the left glute. Really push into the elbows for 3, 2, 1. Lower left foot. Lower both knees. And release. Good. If you want to take a pause here and practice that a couple more times, I highly recommend doing that. Now, before we completely start to wind down and relax, I want to show you why I don't teach against the wall. So let's just say we were bringing this up against the wall here. I don't want you to get familiar with this, right? Because this is what ends up happening. You start to like kick up and then you are playing like footsies with the wall, and then you end up starting to come into this sort of banana shape. It's not strong, it's not held. So instead, to enable you to get really strong enough to hold yourself up like this, what I would recommend is doing an L against the wall. The way that you would do that is to sit in front of the wall, bring your feet up against the wall, feet flat, measure where your butt was, okay? You're gonna measure that by placing your hand down, and then you're just gonna turn yourself around. Take that same shape with your hands, with your elbows, measuring the distance, interlacing the hands, bringing your head down into the palms, and then you're gonna climb up the wall. I'm a little far here, I think. And create that L shape. You wanna make sure that your hips are at a 90-degree angle. And then you're just gonna hold that. Again, that will create a lot more strength. And then from here, if you wanna practice, you wanna lift one leg, maybe come onto the tippy toes of the other foot against the wall, and then switch. That's also gonna create a lot more strength in the body and a lot more support for your headstand, instead of kind of jumping up and hoping for the best every time. We want to create a solid and strong foundation for these things, right? So again, if you want to pause the video now and kind of get back to doing that a few more times, go for it. We'll keep going. So keep the soles of your feet. Let's come into a seat on the mat. We'll set the soles of the feet flat at hips distance. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, palms of the hands come behind you slightly, fingertips face out, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Inhale, exhale, squeeze the tush, lift the hips for your revolved tabletop. You can look towards the belly, you can look up to the ceiling, or you can look back by stretching the chin to the space behind you, and breathe here for 3. Another 2. And let's take another inhale right here. Really squeeze your butt up to the ceiling. Exhale, look forward. And slowly, slowly lower the hips down. Keep the knees bent. Inhale, reach your hands forward. Exhale, pull the heels in, come onto your tippy toes. Float your feet off the ground for Navasana boat pose for 5. Lift your chest a little bit higher. Another 4. Breathe here, steady with the breath, steady with your focus. You got this. Let's take another 2. And another inhale. Exhale, slowly come down onto your back and squeeze the knees into the chest. So nice. Beautiful. Let's take a deep breath in here. Come into your happy baby. Grab the outer edges of the feet. Kick the feet to look up towards the ceiling and find a gentle rock from side to side. Allow yourself to try to kind of press the lower back into the mat here and start to feel the opening and the release from the hips, from the hamstrings. Good. Let's take a deep breath as you pull the heels back into the glutes. Hug the knees back into the chest. Breathe in. Exhale, extend the left leg forward and slowly draw the right knee over to the left side. Release the right arm over to the right and look over the right shoulder as you breathe into the spinal twist for 3. Another 2. Let's take another breath in here. And inhale, pull that right knee back in, pull the left knee back in, squeeze the knees really nice and snug. And then extend the right leg all the way out in front of you. Take a big breath in. And exhale, pull the left knee over to the right. Reach the left arm over to the left and look over that left shoulder for 3. Another 2. Let's take another inhale right here. Beautiful. With your inhale, slowly pull that left knee back in. Pull the right knee back in. Give yourself another big squeeze here. So good. And extend the legs up towards the ceiling. Palms of the hands will press flat into the ground. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Flex into your feet and feel the entire spine kind of flatten and iron itself out against the ground. So I really want you to pull the navel into the spine. Feel the core turn on here. Let's take a big breath in. Exhale, kick your heels up a little bit higher. Pull the belly into the spine and slowly release your legs for Shavasana. Turn the palms of your hands up towards the ceiling. Feel the eyes rest down towards the body. Take a big breath in through the nose. Sigh it out. And allow yourself to stay rested here for just a few minutes. Notice how you are able to begin to relax into the forehead, into the eyes, the cheeks, and the jaw. Feel the shoulder blades resting onto the mat, creating a little shelf for your heart to begin to find its beating. And allow the whole entire body the opportunity of surrender here as you slowly but surely begin to relax every bit and piece of your body. Just notice how it is that you are meeting yourself. Notice what it is that you have brought onto the mat today. How can you encourage a deeper sense of trust within yourself? How can you encourage a deeper sense of belief in your capabilities, in your abilities, and in yourself? As cliche as it may sound, it really all begins within. What you project is what is mirrored back to you. Try to instill or begin to instill that deep sense of trust, that deep sense of knowing that you also know that you are also worthy and you are also capable. With your next inhale, begin to wiggle the fingers and the toes. Roll over to one side into a fetal position. Allow yourself to rest easy on that side. And allow yourself to enjoy this transition as you slowly start to settle back into the body and the breath. And when you feel like you're ready, start to make your way all the way back up into a comfortable seat. Keeping the eyes soft or closed. And slowly collect the palms of your hands together at your heart. Inhale, stretch the arms all the way up overhead. Exhale, collect the palms together. Thumbs rest over your third eye, recognizing mind, intellect, intuition. Exhale, chin bows to chest as you recognize the wisdom, the light, the life, and the love within the heart. Thank you so very much for practicing with me. I really hope you enjoyed this 60-minute kind of headstand warming and kind of preparation class. If you have any other requests for things that you want to learn, types of classes that you want me to teach, please let me know, and don't forget to come back for more. I'll see you next time.